Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today, and it is still the daytime today, I've just got the blinds closed because I'm going to do a different video and I'm going to show you the wall at the back and what I'm going to do and put something in there at the minute. So if I just flip it around and show you, so you can see what I've got in here and what I've done. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and they're floating tubs and they just slide off. And I've already got these full of substrate, so I need to refresh these and put some new things in it and bits and pieces. But there's no spiders in these at the minute. But today I'm going to rehouse 2 of them. And then I've got, so the 2 I'm going to put in there are the Xenesthis intermedia. So I think they're about that big at the minute. So they've got plenty of room to roam around in there, because the enclosure I've got them in at the minute, they use all of the space and they're constantly moving around. So I just thought, why not? They're nearly 13, 14 centimetres, so let's just put them in here. And I like using a larger enclosure, so I think these 2 would be fine. And then I've got stirring to go in this one once it gets a little bit bigger. And then I've got a big LP to go in one of these, and then something else that I can get, maybe an Xenesthis or something like that. Not too sure at the minute, but already drilled all the air holes in these, air holes at the top, so it's all well ventilated. And you could see the tarantula moving around in there, and I don't have to really do anything. It's absolutely brilliant. And then I could just come in and pick it off, slide it off and do some maintenance and then put it back on. So let's get 2 of these down and get them all cleaned up and freshened up, and then we'll rehouse them. So freshened up the substrate in there, it's all nice and fresh, removed all the previous little bits of cobwebs and stuff, put some new soil in, hydrated it again with pure water, nothing from the tap. So that is absolutely brilliant. So let's get this sorted and see if we can build this up. Got one of these I think I can use as a hide, which would be absolutely brilliant. So I think if I just push it in, make sure I leave some substrate underneath, into the corner, create a nice cave, pat that down. Okay, so finishing touches. So there's a nice water dish, nice lamp for it, plenty of room. And then I've just built that up because these actually burrow and dig quite a lot, the Xenesthis. They move everything around. But I found that where I left a load of moss in the previous enclosure, they leave it there. And if they need to, they go and sit on it to get the moisture instead of going near the water dish, which is absolutely brilliant. And then what I've done, because what I've seen what they've done in their previous one is they like a good cave. But I've put a bit of corkbark underneath this and then the substrate on top, so they can dig it out just a little bit there, but they'll be able to go straight under, and then there's a massive cave under there, and they should feel very secure. So let's just see if I can get this one out and put it in. And it's going to be massive, this enclosure for it, but it's going to give it plenty of room to grow, and they explore quite a lot, so I should expect to see it up and around everywhere. But let's just get it out, get it in, and I'll show you. Like I said, this would be plenty enough room for it. But this one's freshly molted about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4, and started eating. No idea if this is male or female. They absolutely destroy their molts. So I'm hoping for the next one. That's why I'm hoping, give it more room. It should be able to come out and molt easily, or molt in there, and I should be able to just pull it out. Because the enclosure it was in was literally about that much wider than itself. It literally molted where it lives, so it just destroyed them. So see if I can get this out. It looks massive compared to this tub, but this is a huge tub. But now it's not going to need to be moved from here at all. So let's just see if I can encourage this one out and see if I can get it to go down in there. Very stubborn. But there you go. Absolutely beautiful though. I'll show you the other one after. Obviously I've got two of these. There you go. So as you can see, it's not small, it's a sub-adult, but it's going to be plenty of room in there for it. But they do explore a lot, and I constantly hear them going around, and they are so amazing to feed. They just sometimes grab the prey item and turn over and roll around. But look at that. You can't beat a spider this colour. The orange bums with the hairs on it. But when these get a little bit threatened, they can raise their abdomen and they can turn around and give a slap, but these are really chilled with me. They were skittish when I first got them, but just look at that. And believe it or not, these do have good eyesight. I've been watching that. I've been observing them while they're feeding, and I've put prey items almost in, not touching anything, and they come straight towards it and grab it off the tongue. So these ones do have good eyesight. But if it disappears in there, that is going to be absolutely brilliant. But like I said, these are bold. Skittish when they're younger. As they start getting bigger, they get more and more bold. Surprised it's letting me get this close. What I might do is I might see if this one will take now, because it's not running away like it would normally do. So I'll see if it is hungry. Just give me a second. I mean, I have put it here sometimes without touching anything, and it's come forward and grabbed it. See what happens. Look at those legs. That is a very good, I think that's over 15 centimeters leg span. So impressive when they walk. This one's growing slightly quicker than the other one I've got, so I'm thinking this one is a male. Don't know if he's going to go for this one. They do this, and then all of a sudden they explode. No, he's not interested. Look how chilled that is. Brilliant. So I'll be able to see them from where I put them on my floating display that I've done with these tubs. I can sit across from them on my desk and I'll just be able to see them moving around, and if they're out, and I can come and have a look without having to take the lid off, unless I'm just doing feeding, but I'll get them used to them, the movement of it. Right, so I'll move that one because it's not going to eat. And like I said, that's where it's going to go on my wall. Looks absolutely amazing at night with all the lights on, and look, you can see they're just floating and it looks brilliant. And then as it gets darker, you can't see the LED strips that I've done as well up into that shelf, so that's absolutely brilliant. And yeah, it's going to go on that bottom one there on the rods because they're all measured out. But that's what I did, so it looks really nice. Back to that stunner. Right, so pan back out, you can see it's got plenty of room, good leg space there. These tubs, I think they're 2 foot by a foot. They're absolutely massive and they're deep enough. That's really good. I could put way more substrate in here if I needed to, but you can see that's plenty now. That is litres and litres of substrate. And then that one can just disappear on down into the burrow. And that is amazing. So let me put the lid on. Rack that back up and I will get on with the next one. Right, so second one. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that in there. So what I'm going to do with this is just freshen up the substrate, but the reason I'm showing you is I absolutely love this cork part. Look at this complete tunnel, and then it comes out at this side, but what my plan is to bury this down here and then see if that can be used as an entrance going into the tunnel, and then see if it'll sit along out here. I think that'll look absolutely lush. So let me just clean this up and come back and I'll show you what I've done. Okay, so there we have the final one in the same size tub to go on my wall. And I've just created some space, some moss from the original enclosure that it was in, just so if it picks up on any sort of like scents or anything, it makes it just set a little bit more. Nice clean pure water dish, freshened up the substrate, hydrated the substrate, not too much, but just put a bit of moisture in, put a bit of a fake plant in, some fake plants there, but then live moss that I collect from outside with little plants and things in it, which looks absolutely brilliant, and it's got little woodlouse and things all running around in there. But what I did for this one, because I think this one is the female, I've not confirmed it yet, so it's going to be forever home. As you can see, I've created a cave. It goes right through the back there. Plenty of room. But I can also check it from this side of the tub if I need to. And then also, there you can see it goes all the way through, right to the back. That clear bit is the side of the plastic tub. But what I'd done was use that original piece and then just buried it in, put some more cork bark there as structure to hold this bit. This is solid, so even if it does walk up there, it could sit on there, but because the lid's going to be here, it's not going to do that, give it that much room. But this is just for aesthetics for me, so it just looks really nice. It'll probably spend most of its time down there and around here, but I'm hoping it will do this side as well and go through. So I think that looks rather good. So I think I should get this one rehoused, and then when I put the lid on, that pushes that down over, so it sort of hangs over where the spider sits. So here's the one I think is a female, and it's one molt behind the one you just seen, and it's at the minute it's about 13 centimeters, maybe more. I'm not too sure. I got a rough measurement. It was 13 easy, but the legs are bent, so it's probably slightly bigger, maybe 15 centimeters. But these can get monstrous. But she is in pre-molt. Nice big fat abdomen, but definitely in pre-molt, and just started to web over herself in the burrow. So this is perfect timing. Get her in here, and then she'll seal herself off, and hopefully molt and come out nice and big. But still, both of them have the pink coloration, but I understand that the females, when they mature out, go more black, and the males are the only ones that keep the colour. But I think this one is a female. So I was like 80% sure on the previous molt, but I want to be 100%. So it was slightly torn and ripped, but looked like a female. So let's get this one in. See if I can get her to come out. She's definitely in pre-molt. See if I could just push her out. Come on. Look at that, no threat, no running. Get all the legs out. There we go. Absolutely amazing. Well, there you go. That looks really, really good. Definitely not going to eat this one. See if I can get a bit closer. Definitely in pre-molt. Kicked all the hairs and it's starting to go grey, nice and plump and juicy. Very jet black legs, absolutely love these. Let's try and see if we can encourage it to move on in. There we go, the bum raising. Amazing. Just want to see if I can get her to go in so she settles. Come on. There we go, come on. Nearly in there, and perfect, exactly what I wanted. And then it will go down into that chamber and make itself home. And hopefully we should have in the next week or two, next couple of weeks, a bigger female Xenesthis intermedia. Right, so she's still walking in there as we speak, so I'm going to get the lid on and then put it back on the shelf, and I'll have both of them there, job done. But I hope you'll agree that looks absolutely vibrant and lush, and it gives her plenty of room to come out, do a bit of burrowing, do a bit of digging, and just also gives them time to settle before she gets big enough that I could bring the male in and then pair them probably next year, I reckon, for that. They're going to take a bit longer to grow. Well, you never know, might be end of the year, I've got absolutely no idea, but I'm not going to rush it. So I really am impressed with that. And I hope you like my idea of what I did with the back wall there with the floating tubs. And I even done it so the gauge of my rods going through is all sealed. It can handle double, I think it's quadruple the amount of weight of these full, completely full. So one tub is absolutely fine on each, and it just all floats there. And I think it looks really good. And it's a place I could put some big ones in out the way without doing a glass enclosure of that size, which just takes up too much room, because these sort of species, they don't need the height, they only need the floor space. So I'm really happy with that. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next one.